I don't think it's very polite to visit a place without paying a little visit to its dead. Every time I go to a city, invariably I visit the cemetery, or one of the cemeteries as the case may be. Today, the first kind of cloudy and somber and rainy day in Florence, I found myself in the cemetery high up on the hill overlooking the beautiful city. It's a lovely place, very quiet and very meditative. Most of the people buried here have been born in the 1800s and died sometime in early 20th century. Many of them, as you can see, are buried right here in the ossuary, where the bones are inside a certain crypt, which is often a family crypt. And you can see some of the candles are still burning, which means that there's still relatives alive that come and visit to honor their dead. I'm actually stepping on this type of cemetery is very crowded, so I'm actually stepping on the burial places. If you see now underneath me, as you can see as I'm walking on, I'm actually walking on the graves. This is how this particular cemetery is structured. It's not that I'm doing something wrong. This is how it is. In order to get to the grave of the person you're looking for, you have to step on the other graves because it is so crowded. It's such a small cemetery in such an important place in Florence. As I was doing all this, I ran into this incredible guy that I want you to meet. It's the only one. We're dominated, as you see around, after the ossuary, which over there, we're dominated by crosses and urns, as in a traditional cemetery. You can see the crosses and the urns all over the place. But there is one guy that doesn't have a cross or an urn. In fact, he has his face. And he's right next to me, and I wanted to point him out. There is him with his hat. He died young, at about 32 years old, and he was a merchant, and he was very loved. And there he is, and his friends, when he died, I guess they missed him so much that exceptionally they put a sculpture of him right here. And I think he seemed like a very nice guy, and we kind of all like him. And I personally am very happy to have visited him. Noma Dimitri from a very, very old cemetery in a hill overlooking Florence, Italy.